How's everybody doing? So I am one of the vintage sisters in the Two Vintage Sisters blog, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a mask in today's crazy world, how to make a quick mask, an easy mask out of vintage pillowcases or linens, tea towels. I happen to have a vintage pillowcase here, as you can see. Oh, this was my mother-in-law's, so I'm thinking that these might be 60s. What do you guys think? 60s, maybe early 70s. Anyway, 100% cotton, breathable. So we're going to, out of a vintage pillowcase, which is upcycling, and again, we're two vintage sisters, and we bring you tips and tricks and adventures, thrifting stories, all sorts of stuff. And so this is kind of under one of the, I guess, tips and tricks section, if you will, of our blog, and out of vintage pillowcase and rubber bands. So this is how you do it, but I will show you. I kind of already made one roughly for myself, so you can see. And in a snap, if you needed one in a hurry, or you even like in a natural disaster. We live in earthquake country where I'm from, and so even having like one ready in case you had a volcano erupt and there was ash or something and you needed something quickly, you could go to your cupboard and grab a pillowcase and you could make one of these in a matter of minutes. So all we're going to do is cut our pillowcase open into two halves. So just cut around it. And these aren't meant to be like a fashion statement, although in today's society and the climate we're in today with the pandemic and all that's going on, masks are becoming quite fashionable. I've seen lots of clever styles and materials. So one could say maybe they kind of are a fashion statement, but this is not a sewn mask. There is no sewing. So in that sense, it's going to be kind of rough, but I still think it's cute and it still works. So you can see I have two halves now of a pillowcase, and they suggest that it should be about 22 inches long. So I just kind of mark off visually, which is basically the crease here. So you could use a pen and measure, mark it with a pen or something, or a fabric marker, but I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So now you just have a little strip. So now you have something like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it and put it with the wrong side up, and you're going to fold up halfway to the middle, fold down halfway to the middle, so that they meet in the middle, like this. You can see meet in the middle. And then you're going to fold up again to the middle and down. So now you have just a long piece like this. You can see where I've folded it. Okay, so then you're going to take some rubber bands, and I have some nifty colored rubber bands that are actually quite large rubber bands. My husband picked these out for me, and as you can see, they're just a little too large. So my cat, excuse my cat as he jumps up. I do have a second set of rubber bands though, just not as pretty. So just two rubber bands, and you're just gonna take and put one over one end and the other. So now it kind of reminds me of like a candy wrapper kind of. You can see the two rubber bands. And then you're going to fold it to the middle again. So fold both halves to the middle. So now you've got like folded. See how they're just folded? So like that. And then pull your rubber bands back toward the edges. And you can tuck one of these ends into the other. It's not sewn, remember, so you can just kind of tuck it And then you just simply put it on and kind of fan it out. And there you go, my friends. This is a 100% sterile, cotton, breathable, protectant face mask made out of upcycled pillowcases. Vintage linens. So that's how you make a mask. It's that simple. Isn't that a great thing? And to wash it, which I have a friend that's a nurse, and she said this is just brilliant. You just take the rubber bands off, and you throw it in the laundry, and you can bleach it, wash it, and voila, you have a mask out of vintage pillowcases. So I'm Melissa for Two Vintage Sisters, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and stay home, stay safe, be healthy.